GTA 6 just got delayed again, and I'm probably the only one who's excited about it. Here's why. Alright, first and foremost, it's a very selfish reason. I'm making GTA 5 content, and I need more time to make it. This gives me more time to make it. So selfishly, I'm happy they're taking their time. What I'm working on is pretty big. I'm really excited to get that out there, but this isn't just about advertising that. That's about talking about this. Why am I excited? Why should you be excited? How can I lead the charge in excitement that the waves of disappointment have come into us? I want to be a riptide of excitement for us. So follow me real quick. I've got a couple ideas that might help us. First, we need to think about things in perspective. We're not making the game. Most of you watching this right now have never made a game that they have. And not only has Rockstar made a couple games, they've made a couple great games. They've made a couple of the best games that have ever existed in the world. Not just the biggest games, the best games, with the best stories, with the most memorable moments, some of the most fun times that not only we had in the world with the story, but with our friends and everything. And they are working on a game that is supposedly going to surpass everything that we have seen thus far. And if they're taking 6 more months because they need to polish it and make sure that the game works, we got to go in with an attitude of gratitude. All right. And I know that seems like kind of obvious and everything, but really, let's take this as an opportunity. All right. We all have a goal that we're shooting for. We're shooting to play GTA 6 for it to be one of the greatest games of all time. So let's take a little bit of ownership as the fans and be like, all right, my team is working for me so they can get the kind of game that I want to play out there and ready to freaking go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a positive mindset, and I'm going to look at that and say, they're just working to make this one of the greatest games that's ever existed. This is a pivotal moment for gaming. And I think that going outside of what this is doing for us and for GTA as a whole and everything, think about all the other games. Now there's a whole bandwidth of people that are like, all right, we have more than 6 months of a window to start putting out our games. So where some Rockstar employees might be able to get a little bit more sleep at night, a lot of these other games are not going to sleep at night, and it's going to push them to think, how are we going to make a game that's going to be so much fun? And it's a healthy level of competition that I'm hoping and believing for, and speaking into life, people are going to take seriously so we can get better games out. And I'm just saying that, it's annoying because we have to wait 6 more months. Yes. But thinking about how we're going to utilize these extra 6 months of our life is the most productive way for us to think of it. In my case, I've got a series I'm trying to make. I was freaking stressing, how the heck am I going to make it happen in 6 months or less? And now I've got more than a year to work on it. So I'm going to take this in strides and be excited about it, because I've got a lot of great things I want to share to you guys. GTA 5, whether we love it or not, is not done yet. Quite frankly, I love it enough to do something with it. So stick with me. We're going to have a really good time. That being said, another thing to think about in a really positive sense, this is giving us another chance to speak to Rockstar about the kind of GTA 6 we want to see. Now, this might be, again, counterintuitive. You're like, I would rather a game right now than no game, all right? I want it to work. And the thing that we need to remember is that they're doing this so they can polish the game and make sure that it's completely operational. No cyberpunk bullshit. So, it's going to be a game that works, that operates, and that can happen. And then when we go and we buy the game and they get all their shark card stuff going on, because I'm sure there's still going to be more of that, or whatever the case might be, it's only going to get better. And Rockstar has a track history, all right? They have proven that they care about the people, they care about the gamers, all right? They've given us all this free content, sure. Talk about shark cards, talk about the oppressors, talk about everything annoying about GTA 5 and all these other things, and how they didn't really do a whole lot for Red Dead. And to be honest with you, it is annoying, but they have a track record of blowing it out the water. And now we have an opportunity to wait for that. And in the meantime, while we wait, we have the opportunity to continue to voice our concerns. And we can trust that they've been listening. I mean, freaking, we were talking about having more buildings, and now we have more enterable buildings. All right, we're talking about how, like, people wanted a female protagonist. We have a female protagonist, and to be honest, I think we can all say we're gonna enjoy playing as her and watching her walk away from us. I'm just saying. Lucia's nice. She's real nice and everything like that. They are listening. Rockstar is a trustworthy company, and we keep that in mind. Then we can think about the kind of game that's about to come out, and we have to be it's just a mindset thing at this point. You just be excited for it. Just be like, all right, great. 6 more months in a game that might potentially be my favorite game of all time, the best game of all time. All right. I know that's annoying. Think about it like the stock market. All right. You got a whole bunch of money invested in something, and now you see it's projected to go even further than you once anticipated that it would be. That being said, we do have to wait. So what do we do while we wait? We continue to voice our thoughts, our opinions. Let them know. No oppressor, no oppressor, no oppressor. More enterable buildings. Freaking better this, better that. And now they have a year worth of a span to make those little tweaks and everything. Maybe nothing so crazy that they say, all right, now it's going into 2027. I repent against that. I rebuke that. All right? I'm excited to wait until November. I'm not excited to wait until then. You might be like, well, now you're making this video. Now we got to speak to you. In that case, let your positivity and my positivity bounce off of each other, and we'll make bigger positivity. All right? I got a lot of really great stuff coming. I'm feeling really good about it, and I want you all to see it. So stick with me, stick with the channel, and we're going to make it happen. Maybe we'll do like a little year until GTA challenge of some sort. Why the heck not? If you've got a goal and GTA 6 can be the prize for that goal, maybe we do that. Maybe by what is it, November 19th? What day is it? Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Thursday, November 6th. Also, I can alert you when severe weather is expected in your area. Would you like me to do that?
No. It's a whole load of I didn't ask for that kind of information. Anyway, plus we're going to get weather stuff in GTA. So be excited about that, I guess. All right. So what is it? All right. So we have 13 days. We have just 2 weeks until the 1 year moment between now and GTA 6. So come up with a goal. All right. You want to lose some weight. You want to stop smoking. You want to get good with the Lord. I will pray with you. I will work out with you. We're going to do this together, mijos and mijas and whatever's in there. I'm just excited, guys. It's good for me, and I want to make it great for us. I want to make some content. Let's enjoy GTA 5 while we still have it. If you still play it, if you're still following it, I want to make some stuff that we're going to be excited to play. So, we get one last October, one last Halloween. Be excited. Let's freaking go.